Oh, hello. Time for an edition of Simply Stated. In this edition, we'll be talking about the story by Hans Christian Andersen of The Little Match Girl. Like all of the Hans Christian Andersen tales, this story is also a morality tale in that the main character and protagonist, the little match girl, leading to the phrase poor little match girl, ends her life poorly by falling into a deep sleep while outside during the winter when she's supposed to be selling matches and she eventually freezes to death. It's a macabre gothic tale of a little girl who sells matches for a living at a time in the world when people actually use matches to light fires in their homes, use special stoves, and have to both burn wood and keep their homes warm while also cooking food and maintaining sanitary processes by using matches as a tool to start those fires. She lights the matches while she's on the street to sell them, looks into the fire, sees the images of the past of family warmth, home, and happiness, a fantasy, mesmerized by it, and falls into what is known as hypothermia and eventually dies. In other versions of the story, not by Hans Christian Andersen, she actually lives. It is simply a cute little girl found in the street falling asleep in the cold. It's important to know this because Hans Christian Andersen puts a morality tale into all of his stories, as sad as they all are in the endings. And it's important to note that she essentially makes the mistake of spending too long looking at a past, only seeing the very best parts as a fantasy that mesmerizes her and causes her to die. The reasoning behind the story is that essentially anybody at the holidays could fall into looking too long at the past, too long at the best parts of the past, especially at the holiday memories, and thinking those are the best parts of their life, and make a fatal error. Something that most people should think about during the holidays, I think, in the US, especially, and especially in these times. Wherever you are right now, I hope you're having a happy holidays, whatever holiday you celebrate, and a very Merry Christmas. But for me, what I noted about the story was that it was often compared to the life of my mother and I. Of course, as you know, if you watch the series, The Thought Project, just so you know, she was eventually a victim of homicide and lived a life of long-term abuse and trafficking. The reality is that for me, I know my life was never like that because I knew better than to look at the past, only pull out the very best parts, and to continue to stare at them longingly. In fact, today I consider myself to be very lucky where I'm at and what I've gotten out of. And that is all I would really say for Simply Stated, is that to simply remember from the story of Little Match Girl, as macabre and gothic and sad as it was, that it was simply a story about not looking too long at only the very best parts of the past, or even the fantasized, unrealistic version of the past of the holidays. Hope you're well today and warm. Happy holidays. This has been Simply Stated.